What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, bruh. So, like I said, I've been reading books on top of books about manifestation, quantum physics, uh, self improvement, all these types of books on manifesting. Listening to, I can't even count how many times I listen to audio books. So, with doing all this studying, taking notes, and applying what I've learned to myself, I am able to manifest. And with that being said, I am here to help you do the same. So I'm gonna be talking. Obviously, this channel is about manifestation. But we're gonna talk today about leaving the tribe. It's also steps into the manifestation that you have to realize before you can break free. Now, what I mean by leaving the tribe, who is the tribe? The tribe is the people that you grew up with, people that raised you, your family, your cousins, your friends, your teachers, your coaches, uh, people that's been in your life and people that you built a bond with. Now, you're gonna always be accepted into the tribe as long as you think like the tribe. Now, once you start thinking outside of what the tribe is thinking, then they're gonna be like, oh shit, we're gonna have to pray for him. Something wrong with him. That boy don't, he ain't that, she ain't that. Now she thinks she this. And now, you know how it goes. So when it comes to that, you have to be, you have to stay strong in your stance because what people don't see for them, they don't see for you. So they first thing they're gonna try to do is talk you back to where they believe in. They want to put you back in their world. See, understand that you are your own universe. So what's right and wrong for you only depends on what's right and wrong for you. So if you let somebody else tell you what's right and wrong, then you are living by their terms. And therefore you are dependent on something outside of yourself as opposed to looking within you. So all your answers come from within, no matter what it is. There's nothing outside of you that can help you more than what's inside of you. And what's inside of you is highest consciousness. It's God. He's always been there. He's never left. Even on the baddest or downest days, he always been there, just waiting on you to remember who you are. So with that being said, see, the universe likes balance. It's nothing against nobody, it's just like balance. So, like I said, I really don't be drawing on this board, but I'm gonna attempt to do something right now. So check this out. The universe like balance, right? So this is the balance. And then all of a sudden, boom. This right here is what you feel is important. So what is important? Sometimes we focus so much on stuff that we so called is important, it knock us off balance. So let's say you thinking about a job or a person or money, how you gonna pay that bill. The only thing you thinking about all day long is how you gonna pay that bill. Who can you borrow from? Blah 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 blah. So when you do that, you knock the universe off balance. So what the universe do, it pushes that away. So whatever you was trying to so-called get, it pushes it away so it can reclaim balance. Like I said, it's not personal. nothing, it's not like fuck him. But see, people always they felt to realize when you say you chasing paper, that's right. You chasing paper because that's what's important to you. So the more you get it, the more you gotta chase it because it's too important to you. So when it's being too important to you, the universe pushes it away so it can have balance. So we have to understand that we can't be holding on to stuff that we feel as though we need. Because if we need or we want something so bad, that all we are, is implying is that we don't have it. And like I said, you can only have what you already have. So if you're not already having it in your vision, you can't have it in your outer world. So you have to have it in order to receive it. So back to leaving the tribe. So once you in the tribe, see, you gotta understand that people are gonna try to put you on to keep you on their level where they feel comfortable. Uncomfortability is the only way to grow. You gotta be uncomfortable to grow. So let's get uncomfortable. Now, during these times, especially since childhood, especially people like your brothers, sisters, your cousins. Me, I grew up with my cousins like we were always together. So we cousins, but it's more like we brothers and sisters. So the bond is tight. So when you create a bond, you create a connection with that person. So see, this is you, and this is them, and then y'all form this right here. That's a connection. That's energy that you guys are sharing with each other. Now, once you break free from that relationship, once you break free from that relationship, first of all, it's gonna feel a little different because you used to being around that person. You and that person used to having those conversations uh, on where you talk about people or even whatever. Even if you uplifting each other, but you're doing it on a different level, not from the within, but from the without. Looking from, we got to do this, girl. We got to do that. But you're not really seeing true change come from within. So once you start realizing that, once you start realizing where the true change come from, and here's one of the main things, you got to keep it to yourself. Everybody's not ready to receive it. I had to learn that the hard way. So with doing that, now I understand that when I talk about this stuff, I do it here. And here is out on video, and if people choose to listen, they listen. If they don't, oh well. But it's out there because I owe it to myself to keep this knowledge going. Because, the more people that start awakening, we trigger another person awakening. So let's keep it going. So with that being said, so once you get to the point where you are broke free, you start to feel more energy. You start to feel more alive because that energy that you had tied up in that negative relationship is now just free energy for you to use for your benefit. So we do that in the hopes of, you know, getting what we want, getting what we manifest, getting to our desired reality. And it's not all about money, it's about who you become during the process of being that. Yeah, in the beginning, you like, yeah, I want money. Yeah, so of course, That's what we're gonna be aiming for. We want more money. We want to feel secure. We want to feel, you know, it's not stressing. We want to have that feeling. That's what it's all boils down to. It's not the money that we want. It's the feeling that we want. So once we understand that it's the feeling of being secure, the feeling of having money, the feeling of being able to buy this and buy that without worrying about how I'm gonna pay the next bill, that's what you are looking for to manifest. So once you get yourself used to that feeling of having it already, that's the first part of manifestation. Is having a feeling. So once you get that feeling and just move on through your life as if it already has, as the wish is already fulfilled, that's when the magic happens. When you're not even looking for nothing to happen. You're not looking for constantly looking for the phone call, looking for somebody to randomly come in your life. You just be. So, and then once you get around these people, now when I say leave the tribe, I don't mean like forget them, fuck them, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But once you come around, you don't, you really don't relate to the conversations no more. So you know what I mean? It's you still laugh and joke because I still laugh and joke, kick it, I talk shit. You know what I mean? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like conversations and shit, I just ease my way up out of there and go somewhere else. Because for one, I don't relate. And for two, for me to try to get them to understand where I'm coming from, to get them to understand where I'm coming from, that's, you know what I mean, me trying to bring them into my world and then them trying to bring me into their world. So it's really no point. Like, I don't have to be right. To be right is to live the wrong reality. So some people fight you tooth and nail just to be right. Like you have to understand it's the left side and the right side of the brain. The left side is the logic. I got to see it to believe it. It gotta make sense. It just ain't happening. No trust. Operating out the ego. I have to do this. I got to go do that. And the right side of the brain is mind sight. When you connect yourself with the divine and you let the divine guide your steps, you are aligned. That's what the difference between mind sight and eyesight. We are stuck on what we see. We have to see it in order to believe it, but that's just understanding that this is just an illusion. The reality is just an illusion. It's what you create what you see from what you feel, from what you think, from what you believe is true. That's what creates your reality. And if you take the time and really look at your reality and be honest with yourself, you understand that that is true. That's what it is. So breaking away from the tribe is just, breaking away from the tribe and understanding that the path that you own is your path and your path only. And it's not a marathon. It's a journey. In each step, there's a lesson in each step. And you won't be able to take that next step until you learn that lesson that was in that step. So like I said, take your time. This is not nothing to rush. We here for a while. We so pressed with time. We gotta have it happen now. We gotta have it right here. This gotta happen. This gotta happen. That's not the case, and it's already happening. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. It doesn't mean it's not that the universe is not orchestrating stuff in right now, in the now, for your highest good. You just gotta be, and when it happens, oh, the joy. So just sit back, trust, trust in the process, and I guarantee you that it'll work for you. and reclaim your power. Reclaim your power. We always look at it like it's something that we have to learn, but it's just something that we have to remember. You know what I mean? Like I said, God has always been in us. They just waiting on us to remember. Remember who we are. And everything else will fall into place, man. And just keep stepping, keep moving forward, keep learning, keep growing. Because this information, if used correctly, will not only change your life, it change your life for your family, your people around you, the globe. Um, you know, the way that you walk, the way that you talk, they'll start to see that difference. Like, what is it? They're gonna want to they'll start getting curious. And then when people ask questions, then you can break it down to them bit by bit. But just to come out like, man, you ain't doing it right. You got to do it like this. Man. We're not Christians. We're not Christians. Will try to tell you what you got to do and what you can't do. And them the ones that don't really know nothing. They just reading the Bible but not understanding the Bible. But I'm not here to blast or diss anybody. Everybody has their right to live their life the way they want to live it. Just using that as an example. So with that being said, don't be afraid to leave the tribe. Don't be afraid to break the bonds. It's your power to have, your power to possess. And only you can stop you. Because once you awaken that spirit inside you, there's nothing man can do. Nothing man or anybody can do to stop the process of you growing. So go out there, live your life, man. Do your thing, yo. Lead the tribe. Don't feel guilty. Just move on. It's time to live.